Today is all about testing our new probe design for me. So if you're familiar with our old probe, you'll see that we've added a status LED to show that it's on, and then we have an indicator light to show that it's triggered. Testing is going well with this. We look to be moving into production, but there's some additional torture tests we're going to do before we let it go. Apologies for the air in the background. They're busy doing something over there. So I'm actually probing against a piece of cast aluminum, but it still has like its protective cover on it. The stylus we're using is not actually a stylus. You see, that's just the head of a M3 torque screw. So those things should affect the accuracy and repeatability, but it still seems to be going well despite that. So I mentioned a torture test. I'm running this at about 200 inches a minute into that piece, and I'm just doing it over and over again. The reason I'm using an M3 screw instead of a stylus, like when you buy one, like you're gonna get a real stylus. I know what I'm doing will break a stylus, but I'm just trying to see if I can do something that will break some of these internals here. So like in those systems, you would expect the stylus to be sacrificial to save what's inside your unit. But I don't want this to be sacrificial. I want to see if we can do something stupid and break this. Because I want to break it here. I want to fix any kind of shortcoming we have internally before we sell them to you. So as part of that torture testing, we're just running down 200 inches a minute into this plate. We've done the same thing in X and Y, and I'm just looking for, like, all right, does it repeat within reason even though we're probing it about 20 times faster than we should? Does our light come on? Like if I jam this up in there, is everything still working? So we'll do a couple more probes and I'll show you what kind of repeatability we're getting out of it. So let's come over here and take a look at our unit. So 1.1404. So we're looking at those last digits there. The resolution of this is down into the 10,000ths, so we'll do another probe on it, and it's 2 10,000ths of an inch off, even though we're probing at 200 inches a minute. So I think it crept another tenth or so. Like there, 14 to 6, it repeated exactly. There's another 10,000ths of an inch. So I think that is great. There's like 3 10,000ths of an inch. Same thing. I find that quite acceptable for going 200 inches a minute, which is, I'm going to call it at least 10 times faster than I would expect you to actually probe at. We've got a bubble on the plate that we're using, and we're using the head of a screw instead of an actual ribby tip stylus. So we've been within 3 10,000ths of an inch. So I'm going to keep testing, see if I can break this thing. We'll improve anything that needs improving, and we'll put it into production for you guys.